Ulela ndiyalithanda, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda mnana, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda mnana, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda mna, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda mna, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda mnana, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda mnana, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda mna, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda mna, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda mnana, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda mnana, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Ulela ndiyalithanda, ulela ndiyalitshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda mna, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda mna, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
Omnyeni yamthanda, omnyeni yamtshelezela.
เ Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the March graduation ceremony of Stellenbosch University. My name is Bantu, and I kindly request your attention as I share a few important announcements. Molweni kusasa nje. Namkelekile nonke kulo msitho wothwaliso sidanga lwale University yase Stellenbosch. Ayikokuqala komsitho oku ndima nje kukwenza izaziso ezimbalwa phambi kokuba kuqalwe ngokusemthethweni. Enkosi ngokuniboleka indlebe zenu. Goeiemôre almal. Hartlik welkom aan elkeen van u by hierdie maartgrade plegtigheid van die Universiteit Stellenbosch. My naam is Bantu en ek doen die aankondigings voor ons amptelik begin met die seremonie. Baie dankie vir die aandag. It is indeed a great honor for us to welcome you to the first open-air graduation of the university. Whilst we're getting our Kutzenberg Center ready for the Netball World Cup later this year, we still want our graduates to have the full Stellenbosch University graduation experience, and that is why we're happy to host you here today at our iconic Marties Athletic Stadium with the beautiful mountain backdrop, beautiful views, an amazing stage, and of course our beautiful guests of honor that have finally made it to this big day. Can we make the stadium reverberate in congratulating them? I can't hear you. Louder. That's more like it. That's more like it. Thank you very much. The promotion of multilingualism is one of the core priorities at Stellenbosch University, and to that end, interpreting into Afrikaans, English, and Xhosa will be available in this session for anyone that's interested. If you'd like to make use of this service, or even if you're just curious, please raise your hand now and someone will come to you with a headset. To switch it on, you can just pull the ears slightly apart. Afrikaans can be found on channel 1, English on channel 2, and isiXhosa on channel 3. The channel can be adjusted with the round button with the arrows in the middle. The larger round button adjusts the volume. If you'd like to make use of this service, please raise your hand right now and one of the ushers will come to you. We kindly ask that you please leave the device on your chair at the end of the ceremony. The ablution facilities are inside the stadium levels and all entrances are clearly marked. Indawo zangasese zingaphakathi kwibala lemidlalo. Indlela zokungena ziphawulwe ngokucacileyo. We also have medical assistance available. If you need help, please do not hesitate to approach any of the ushers. Daar is ook mediese bystand beskikbaar. Indien jy hulp benodig, moet asseblief nie huiwer om enige van ons rigtingaanwysers te nader nie. Any lost and found items can be handed in at the information kiosk in front of the venue. If you have lost something, you are welcome to inquire there. In the event of an emergency evacuation of this venue, please proceed calmly to Soccer Field B next to the main pavilion. Please follow the instructions of the safety officer and campus security staff. In die geval van 'n noodaanruiming van hierdie lokaal, gaan asseblief rustig voort na die uitgang naaste aan u en kom by mekaar op die sokkerveld langs die hoofpaviljoen. Volg asseblief die instruksies van die veiligheidsbeampte as ook kampusveiligheidspersoneel. A prayer room is available for our Muslim graduates and guests. You are welcome to utilize the venue, which is on the first floor in the pavilion. Our ushers will happily advise you where the venue is located. Graduates, there's a Marty data flyer on your chair. We ask that you please scan the QR code to stay connected and join the Marty global community. To mark the occasion of you becoming an official member of the Marty alumni community, we've gifted you with a Marty pin. Wear it with pride wherever you go to showcase that you are a proud member of the Marty global community. Just a reminder to not wear the pin on your graduation gown. Now on to the big moment itself, the graduation ceremony. Allow me to introduce our musicians, Conquering Spirits, led by Nebagazi Mnugwana. The Stellenbosch University Wind Ensemble, conducted by Pamela Kierman and Richard Kuhn. And the amazing vocalist, Session Davies. Please help me in giving them a warm round of applause. Thank you. The presiding officer at this ceremony is the Vice Chancellor, Professor Wim de Villiers. Graduates, listen carefully. When we get to the awarding of degrees, please walk up to the Dean and hand your announcement card to the official. Then, after your name has been read, take your card back and walk to the presiding officer. Bow and then allow the hooding by the acting registrar, Mr. Ashman Daniels. And then you turn around for acknowledgement by the audience before you proceed to the end of the stage. Members of the audience are welcome to take photographs, but we ask that you please switch off your sound and flash and that you keep your phones on silent for the duration of the ceremony. Graduates, when you walk the stage, remember to look up so that the photographers can capture the moment perfectly. Each and every graduate deserves their big moment. Therefore, we request that you do not leave the hall before the ceremony has been concluded. We also ask that once the procession has left the stage, only then can you make your way from the venue. Once the procession has left, we respectfully request that you exit the stadium swiftly so that cleaning and preparation for the next ceremony may commence as soon as possible. We ask that you please take along any waste items such as water bottles, tissues, etc., and dispose of these safely in the bins outside. The official photographers have set up a studio in the sports science building behind this venue, as well as next to the alumni marquee tent. Graduates and their family and friends are welcome to make use of this service. Also look out for the Marty Shop mobile unit next to the alumni tent for purchasing Stellenbosch University branded items to remind you of the successful academic journey that we're celebrating today. And at the end of the ceremony, we invite you to the alumni marquee tent on the soccer field to my left so that we can celebrate this momentous achievement with a glass of something. I won't mention what is in there because it's still early in the morning. We do have two very special requests. We kindly ask that you refrain from walking on the athletics track at any time. Please make use of the red carpet when leaving the stadium. Ons versoek vriendelik dat u nie oor die atletiekbaan loop nie, maak asseblief van die rooi tapuit gebruik wanneer u die stadium verlaat. Please do note that the entire stadium is a smoke-free area. We ask that you do not smoke inside the stadium. A piece of good news, this ceremony can be followed via live streaming from anywhere in the world. In case you are not aware of this, you are welcome to share the following web address with family and friends: www.sun.ac.za/streaming. Let asseblief daarop dat Beerdkrag internetverbinding en dis ook die regstreekse uitsaai van die verrigtinge kan onderbreek. U sal wel steeds toegang tot die opname van die geleentheid op YouTube hê via ons stroombladsy. You are welcome to share your graduation experiences on social media, and the hashtag to use is #SUGrad. Please just remember to keep your phones on silent for the duration of the ceremony. Baie dankie vir die geduld met die tale aanwysings. Enkosi nonke ngomonde wenu ngayo yonke imiyalelo. Ons is bykans gereed om met die plegtigheid te begin. Ons vra dat u sal opstaan vir die akademiese prosesie en sal bly staan tot nadat ons die nasionale lied gesing het. Lixesha lokuba kuqalwe ngomsitho. Sicela wonke umuntu aphakame ngexesha kungena isithwalandwe eholweni. Sime njalo ukuze kuculwe umhobe wesizwe. Distinguished guests, graduates, Marty community, please rise for the academic procession and remain standing until after we have sung the national anthem. Thank you very much. Enkosi kakhulu. Baie dankie.
Good morning, everyone. We will begin the proceedings by singing the South African National Anthem. Goeiemôre almal. Ons begin die verrigtinge deur Suid-Afrika se nasionale lied te sing. Thank you. You may be seated. U mag maar u plekke inneem. So vriende, die musikante gaan ons nou verlaat. Kom ons gee hulle nog 'n ronde applaus. Let's give them another round of applause. Well done, fantastic. That rendition of Summertime from Porgy and Bess gave me goosebumps. Thank you so much. Wonderful. So, our musicians were the Stellenbosch University Symphonic Wind Ensemble, conducted by Pamela Kierman and Richard Keen, and vocalist Sashon Davies for the national anthem. Dankie. Hiermee verklaar ek hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch behoorlik gekonstitueer. I hereby declare this congregation of Stellenbosch University duly constituted. At the start of this graduation ceremony, we as the academic community, parents, partners, family, and friends are deeply grateful for the privilege to be here today to celebrate our graduates' success. To this end, I invite you all to remain seated while we observe a devotional moment, granting each other the space to do so according to our various secular and religious perspectives. Ek nooi u daarom uit om net vir so wyle te bly sit, terwyl ons vir 'n gewyde oomblik stil word, elkeen in ons eie ruimte van verskillende sekulêre en godsdienstige lewensbeskouings. Baie dankie. Thank you. Enkosi kakhulu. So good morning again, everyone. Goeiemôre almal. Welkom aan julle almal. Welcome to on this beautiful, this glorious morning, hierdie pragtige oggend, in this wonderful location, op hierdie wonderlike ligging, and such a joyous occasion. It's hard to think of anything better. So, a very warm welcome to our 4th day and the 8th of 11 physical graduation ceremonies scheduled for this week on our Stellenbosch campus. The 8th of 11 physical graduation ceremonies. I think we just need to give a cheer just to get in the right mood. Come on, let's go. In addition to all of us present here, we also have online guests who have joined the proceedings via live streaming, and we trust that this will be a truly memorable experience for all of you. I'm Wim de Villiers. I'm the Rector and Vice-Chancellor of Stellenbosch University. I'm joined here on stage by Professor Deresh Ramjugurnath, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Learning and Teaching, as well as the Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Social Impact, Transformation and Personnel, Professor Nico Koopman, the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Professor Wikus van Niekerk, who's been working very hard this morning. He's going to read all the names. He's been practicing. And then also here with me is the Acting Registrar, Ashman Daniels, and the Deputy Registrar for the Tygerberg campus, Ms. Farah Fredericks, and they'll be doing the hooding. And a special word of welcome to one of our former chairs of council, Dr. Paul Kluwer, and also a word of welcome to the Senior Director of Social Impact and Transformation, Dr. Leslie van Rooij. Friends, in the spirit of mutual respect for languages and cultures and inclusivity and a welcoming culture, I request Dr. Ntozake Tzazula to direct a few words of welcome in isiXhosa.
Namke mandi nibulise nonke ndithi molweni kuni nonke manene nani namenekazi siyalamkela nonke kulomsitho wesibhozo kuthweso sidanga apha eStellenbosch ngakumbi kubazali sithi enkosi ngenkathalo yenu inkxaso yenu kunye nemithandazo yenu silapha ngenxa yabafundi bethu ababazawuthwezwa isidanga namhlanje sibhiyoza nani sithi yuntsu sithi halala qhubela phambili ningayeki siyalamkela ngezandla ezishushu weer eens welkom ons wens u goeie gesondheid en algemene welstand toe enkosi kakhulu.
Thank you, Dr. Tzazula. Now, before we start the main business of the day, just a few short remarks from my side. To all the graduates, congratulations on your remarkable accomplishment. Well done. Come on, let's give them applause. Graduating from such a rigorous academic program requires dedication, hard work, and perseverance, blood, sweat, and tears. And you should be very, very proud of your achievements and the commitment you have shown to your education. We are very proud of what you have achieved. So this ceremony marks the end of one chapter of your life and the beginning of another. Remember that your education does not end here. It is a lifelong journey that will continue to evolve and grow with you. Stay curious, stay engaged, and continue to challenge yourself to be your best self. This morning, we're celebrating the achievements of the Faculty of Engineering, and there are many. And in keeping with Stellenbosch University's vision to be a leading research-intensive university, for this graduation cycle, we've had record numbers of graduates from the faculty. Altogether, 42 candidates will receive doctorate degrees, and 261 candidates will receive master's degrees. 42 and 261 master's degrees. And that's compared to 149 in 2013, 10 years ago, and 223 last year. Wow, well done, well done. And the great stats for this year are in large part because of the Department of Industrial Engineering that more than doubled their master's graduates output from 2021 to 2022. And 2022 also saw the highest number of Bachelor's Engineering Mechatronics graduates to date. Fantastic achievement, so well done to students and to staff. These are, well done, fantastic. So, I'm a physician by training, but I begrudgingly have to admit that engineers also play an important role in society. They have a crucial role in designing, building, and maintaining the infrastructure and technologies that make modern society possible. From transportation systems and communication networks to medical devices and renewable energy sources, you, our future engineers, will be responsible for developing innovative solutions to complex problems. And you bring a unique combination of creativity, technical expertise, and problem-solving skills to the table, making you essential contributors to virtually every industry and sector of the economy. And as I have to admit, without engineers, many of the advances that have transformed our world over the past centuries would simply not be possible. So well done, and once again, congratulations and all the very best for the future. Ek sal nou aan die kandidate wat aan my voorgestel word, die onderskeie grade en diplomas verleen. I will now confer on the candidates who are presented to me the respective degrees and diplomas. And graduates, I just need to remind you that when you walk past here, don't walk right past. I must first have to cap you, all right? If you walk past without me capping you, you will have to start again at year one.
Meneer die Vice-Kanselier, ek versoek u om die graad dokter in ingenieurswese in die fakulteit ingenieurswese aan die kandidaat wat ek aan die voorstel te verleen. Die voorsitter van die departement, professor Herman Engelbrecht, sal 'n kort verklaring oor die proefskrif doen. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer the degree to confer on the candidate whom I'll present to you the degree Doctor of Engineering in the Faculty of Engineering. The Chair of the department, Professor Herman Engelbrecht, will read a short outline of the dissertation on behalf of the supervisor. Koenraad Johan Fourie, with dissertation Inductance in Superconductor Integrated Circuits. He was supervised by Professor de Villiers.
The dissertation presents a lifetime overview of research by the candidate and his research group on inductance in superconductor integrated circuits and the development of inductance extraction tools. The research culminates in the extraction of compact simulation models for superconductor circuits in the presence of trapped flux and magnetic fields. I request you to confer the degree on Professor Koenraad Fourie.
Meneer die Vice-Kanselier, ek versoek u om die graad dokter in die wysbegeerte in die fakulteit ingenieurswese aan die kandidate wat ek aan die voorstel te verleen. Die betrokke promotor sal telkens 'n kort verklaring oor die proefskrif doen. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I request you to confer on the candidates whom I'll present to you the degree Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Engineering. The supervisor concerned will give a brief outline of the dissertation. Devin James Atkinson, with dissertation adaptive digital image correlation using neural networks, supervised by Professor Thorsten Becker, but the chair of the department, Professor van der Spey, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, high-quality displacement measurements through digital image correlation require assigning appropriate correlation parameters for spatially and temporally varying image set properties. A modular open-source digital image correlation framework is developed, outperforming the traditional global approach. I ask you to confer the degree on Devon James Atkinson.
Christian Barnard, with dissertation towards a generic film-style machine learning analysis framework. The supervisor, Dr. Stefan Nel, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, film analysts propose that certain film directors exhibit a unique film style. The candidate proposed a data-driven framework that employs machine learning approaches toward analyzing film style. The framework was developed and validated during 2 case studies pertaining to the silent to sound transition in cinema and the films of writer-director Ingmar Bergman. I request you to confer the degree on Christian Barnard.
Catherine Elizabeth Bosman, with dissertation, a thermosiphon photobioreactor for photofermentative hydrogen production by Rhodopseudomonas palustris, supervised by Dr. Robbie Pott, who will be able to pronounce those words much better than me.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, photofermentative hydrogen production using the bacterium Rhodopseudomonas palustris was demonstrated for the first time in a novel thermosiphon photobioreactor using a simulated waste substrate. The thermosiphon photobioreactor is the only photobioreactor able to produce green hydrogen without external energy inputs. Further, it offers a circular economics approach by simultaneously cleaning waste streams. I request you confer the degree on Catherine Elizabeth Bosman.
Megan Melissa Brewer, with dissertation, the application of commercial floating car data for speed-based traffic state evaluation in sub-Saharan African context. The supervisor, Professor Johan Andersen, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, floating car data comprise useful GPS vehicular data. This dissertation assessed correct FCD application in Africa. Sample bias was identified impacting FCD accuracy. Models that exclude sample bias were formulated and applied to use cases such as pothole detection and the evaluation of the traffic impact of roadworks, crashes, and the COVID-19 pandemic. I request you to confer the degree on Megan Melissa Brewer.
Peer Ian Sillier with dissertation Enhanced Method of Moments, Performance through Efficient Implementation and Error Estimation, supervised by Professor Matthijs Botha, but Professor Herman Engelbrecht will read a short declaration on his behalf.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, computational electromagnetic field solvers are essential for analyzing the operational properties of antennas and microwave devices. In this study, a solver is implemented to fully utilize modern multi-core processors in a shared memory environment. A new method for error estimation is also developed to evaluate the accuracy of numerical electromagnetic solutions. I request you to confer the degree on Peer Sillier.
Fabian Tobias Diedrich with dissertation Development of a Blockchain-Based Traceability Architecture for Mapping Object-Related Supply Chain Events, supervised by Professor Louis Lowe.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, supply chains have evolved into dynamic, interconnected supply chain networks, which increases the complexity of achieving end-to-end traceability of object flows and their experienced events. This dissertation proposes a novel blockchain-based traceability architecture for mapping object-related supply chain events and proves its practical applicability as well as its general purpose capabilities. I request you to confer the degree on Fabian Diedrich.
Martin Duplessis with dissertation A Carbon Mapping Framework for the international distribution of fresh fruit, supervised by Professor Hubert van Eden.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, understanding how logistical activities such as transportation, handling and storing of goods produce emissions is more important than ever. This research developed a framework and factors for the South African fruit export industry to determine the carbon footprint of fresh fruit distribution from packhouse to international port of destination. I request you to confer the degree on Martin Duplessis.
Taskeen Ibrahim with dissertation, The Development of a Biosensor for the Early Detection of Pancreatic Cancer. The supervisor, Professor Willie Pierold, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, an electrochemical biosensor for the early detection of pancreatic cancer using carbohydrate antigen 19-9 as a biomarker was developed. A novel and inexpensive electronic impedance spectroscopy analysis system was implemented for antigen quantification. 5 different concentrations of purified carbohydrate antigen 19-9 were accurately observed, including the thresholds for the detection of pancreatic cancer. I request you to confer the degree on Taskeen Ibrahim.
Benjamin David Evans with dissertation Accelerating Deep Reinforcement Learning for Autonomous Racing. The supervisor, Dr. Willem Jordan, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, deep reinforcement learning for autonomous racing has been limited by poor performance. In response, learning formulations for high-speed racing to improve speed profile selection were developed. A novel supervisory safety system was used to train reinforcement learning agents to race without ever crashing. Additionally, obstacle avoidance was investigated through development of hybrid planners. I request you to confer the degree on Benjamin David Evans.
Alexander Faustman with dissertation Polo Spectral Methods as Tool for Uncovering the Statistics of Pulsar Radio Signals. The Chair, Professor Herman Engelbrecht, will read a short declaration on behalf of the Supervisor, Dr. Jackie Gilmore.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the work applies a unique statistical method to pulsar radio signals, which is applied to observations of 6 pulsars. The final result is evidence in support of a highly impulsive signal model for the signals. If this is the case, then it explains much of the mystery of pulsar signals. I request you to confer the degree on Alexander Faustman.
Alexander Fleming with dissertation A Framework for Modeling the Spatio-Temporal Competition and Spread of Invasive Plant Species. The supervisor, Professor Jan van Vieren, will read a short declaration, and the candidate will be hooded by his father, Dr. Alexander Fleming Sr.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the candidate designed a framework for facilitating spatio-temporal prediction and management of invasive plant species distribution. The framework supports investigating current species distribution, extracting species-environment relationships that define their habitats, and simulating the spread of invasive species, as well as potential management strategies over time using cellular automata. I request that you confer the degree on Alexander Fleming.
Heinrich Jacques Geldenhuys with dissertation Project Portfolio Management of Smart Sustainable City Transitions. The co-supervisor, Professor Imke de Kok, will read a short declaration on behalf of the supervisor, Professor Alan Brent.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the study entails the development of a holistic framework to transition urban infrastructure of an existing city towards becoming a smart, sustainable city. The framework is meant to help municipal managers, city planners, and project portfolio managers to plan, lead, and manage a city's transition to a smart, sustainable city. I request you to confer the degree on Heinrich Geldenhuys.
Asiya Shahid Kaju Habila, with dissertation Estimation of External Disturbance Talks on CubeSat Satellites to Enhance Full State Attitude Estimate Accuracy and Mission Success. The supervisor, Professor Herman Stein, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the study focused on the accurate estimation and development of models for the typical disturbance forces experienced by small satellites in low Earth orbit. The research outcome proposes a bank of individual estimators for an accurate estimate of the magnetic and aerodynamic torques in real time, giving a considerable improvement of the estimation and control accuracy for mission success. I request you to confer the degree on Asiya Said Kaijo Habila.
Michael David Harmse, with dissertation, A Method to Apply Artificial Intelligence Techniques to Deep-Level Mine Service Control Systems for Improved Dynamic Control. The supervisor, Professor Corny Skitter, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the profitability of deep-level mining can be increased with improved system control. Artificial intelligence techniques can be used to overcome limitations currently preventing dynamic control. A method was developed to utilize artificial intelligence to improve control, resulting in significant energy cost reduction in 2 case study mines in South Africa. I request you to confer the degree on Michael David Harmse.
Johannes Jacobus Hofmann, with dissertation, The Development of a Daily Stochastic Stream Flow Model for Probabilistic Water Resource Management. The supervisor, Professor Kobus du Plessis, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, this research focuses on the development of daily stochastic stream flow for single-site catchments in South Africa, mainly municipalities. The model developed combined a Markov process and daily duration curves to produce daily stochastic stream flow sequences. The model produced comparable results to existing monthly sequences that's being used today. I request you to confer the degree on Johannes Jacobus Hofmann.
Bronwyn Hubert, with dissertation, Towards the Sustainable Implementation of Lean in Hospitals. The supervisor, Professor Wouter Bam, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, towards fostering long-term healthcare improvements, a set of practices for sustainable lean transformation in hospitals was established, in addition to developing an assessment tool that encapsulates the findings and guides hospitals in their practical application. I request you to confer the degree on Bronwyn Hubert.
Daniel Mark Kirkman with dissertation Free-Form Support-Free Additive Manufacturing with Continuous Fiber Reinforced Photopolymer. The supervisor, Professor Andre van der Merwe, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, polymer 3D printing processes are capable of complex geometries, but the achievable mechanical properties are poor. A 3D printing process capable of depositing long fibers reinforced along free-form toolpaths was developed to enable the fabrication of stronger parts. The fabrication of an optimized composite part was successfully demonstrated. I request you to confer the degree on Daniel Mark Kirkman.
Scott Graham Creel with dissertation A Figure of Merit for the X-band All-Sky Survey. The chair, Professor Herman Engelbrecht, will read a short declaration on behalf of the supervisor, Professor Dirk de Villiers.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, this work focused on the antenna design for the X-band All-Sky Survey, an instrument used to aid observations of the cosmic microwave background. Here, traditional figures of merit do not accurately describe the instrument's performance, and a new figure of merit was developed which provides a superior choice for optimization of the structure. I request you to confer the degree on Scott Creel.
Chair, it seems that the engineers took note of your discipline because there are quite a lot of medical topics today. Elizabeth Leonard with dissertation Evaluating the Successful and Sustainable Implementation of Evidence-Based Innovations in Health Systems in Low-Income and Middle-Income Countries, a Mature Model Approach. Professor Imke de Kok will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the research focuses on the evaluation of the successful and sustainable implementation of evidence-based innovations in low and middle-income country health systems using a maturity model approach. The study promotes greater access to evidence-based health innovations to encourage health equity and improve the performance of low and middle-income country health systems. I request you to confer the degree on Elizabeth Leonard.
Carlo Loubser with dissertation Water Infrastructure Planning under Intermittent Supply Conditions. The supervisor, Professor Jan Wiem, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, various challenges have led to intermittent water supply in water distribution systems around the world. This research focused on the prevalence of intermittent water supply in South Africa, developing a benchmarking tool, analyzing certain hydraulic impacts associated with intermittent water supply, and suggesting mechanisms for improved management and prevention thereof. I request you to confer the degree on Carlo Loubser.
William Motsoko Ishmael Maketa, with dissertation, The Effect of Selective Laser Melting Post-Processing Solution on Material Properties to meet Functional Titanium 6Al4V requirements. The Chair of the Department, Professor Johan van der Spy, will read a short declaration on behalf of the Supervisor, Professor Thorsten Becker.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, white metal additive manufacturing processes are already producing parts for, amongst others, the aerospace, automotive and biomedical industries. This study develops and validates a framework to, through the use of post-pressing technologies, meet specified industry requirements. I ask you to confer the degree on William Motsoko Ishmael Maketa.
Michelle McClelland, with dissertation Evaluating Sectoral Innovation Systems, Functional Performance in the Additive Manufacturing Sector, Cemented Tungsten Carbides Case Studies. The Supervisor, Professor Sarah Grobler, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, for society to benefit from technology, it must be translated into appropriate products and services. This study proposes a framework to study the evolution of innovation on a systems level. Through 4 case studies and an industry survey, the candidate developed practical insights into support mechanisms for strengthening the additive manufacturing industry in South Africa. I request you to confer the degree on Michelle McClelland.
Emmanuel Ekene Okere, with dissertation Hyperspectral and Multispectral Imaging Technology, Application for Pomegranate Fruit Internal Quality Evaluation and Bruise Detection. The Supervisor, Professor Willie Pierold, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, Punica granatum L, better known as pomegranate fruit, contributes significantly to South Africa's annual GDP. The industry faces substantial post-harvest challenges arising from losses due to bruise damage. Hyperspectral imaging is a powerful, non-destructive bruise inspection technique. This study demonstrated the efficacy of hyperspectral imaging in detecting early bruise incidents and development. I request you to confer the degree on Emmanuel Okere.
Kayode Kolawole Olalai, with dissertation Visually Grounded Keyword Detection and Localization for Low Resource Languages. The Supervisor, Professor Herman Kamper, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, Coyote developed new multimodal machine learning models that can learn from images with spoken captions. He illustrated that such visually grounded models can be used for keyword localization. By collecting a new speech-image dataset in Yoruba, he was also the first to apply these approaches in a real low-resource setting. I request you to confer the degree on Kayode Olale.
Ridalise Rao with dissertation Subsampled Exponential Analysis Applied to Sparse Planar Antenna Array Configurations. Professor Herman Engelbrecht will read a short declaration on behalf of the supervisor, Professor Dirk de Villiers.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, this work developed a specialized exponential analysis algorithm which allows one to calculate the position of antennas on the ground from a known source position in the sky. It is applied to simplify the installation and calibration of the thousands of antennas used in radio telescopes like the Square Kilometre Array. I request you to confer the degree on Ridalise Rao.
Stuart Robertson with dissertation Efficient Approximation of the Multi-Sensor Labeled Multi-Bernoulli Filter. The chair, Professor Herman Engelbrecht, will read a short declaration on behalf of the supervisor, Professor Corneille van Dalen.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, this study developed 3 computationally efficient multi-sensor, multi-object trackers. The multi-object tracking problem was given a Bayesian formulation, and the object's characteristics were inferred from the sensor data. The exact approach was computationally intractable, and thus approximate inference was performed using probabilistic graphical models and various data fusion algorithms. I request you to confer the degree on Stuart Robertson.
Barimvo Tubiri Billy Ruyobeza with dissertation A Framework for Developing Remote Patient Management Systems in South Africa. The supervisor, Professor Sarah Grobler, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, remote patient monitoring systems are central to shifting from reactive healthcare delivery to proactive, wellness-oriented healthcare services. This study proposed a framework for developing remote patient management systems in South Africa. The framework was evaluated through a survey, semi-structured interviews, and a Delphi study. I request you to confer the degree on Billy Ruyobeza.
Paul Werner Scharburg with dissertation Model-Based Exploration of the Interrelationship between Diesel Fuel Properties and Engine Performance and Exhaust Emissions. The supervisor, Professor Thomas Harms, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in this study,
artificial neural network models have been developed to accurately predict the impact of fuel properties on the performance and exhaust emissions of a diesel engine. This has allowed new insight to be gained into how fuel compositions and properties can influence engine behavior and enable performance improvements. I request you to confer the degree on Paul Werner Scharberg.
Otto Karl Scheffler with dissertation, Discrete Element Method Calibration of Wet Materials for Bulk Handling. The supervisor, Professor Corneille Coetzee, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the discrete element method for simulating cohesive granular materials was examined using moisture-induced cohesive sand. Different contact models were analyzed and the parameters calibrated for samples with varying degrees of moisture. Additionally, results showed that modeled particles could be upscaled with the scaling factor increasing with cohesion. I request you to confer the degree on Otto Karl Scheffler.
Michael Nicolas Struwig with dissertation, Modeling and Optimization of Linear Motion Kinetic Energy Harvesters, Two Approaches. Professor Thomas Nisler will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, energy harvesting can extend the life of wildlife tracking collars. A micro-generator architecture and a matching electromechanical model and optimization strategy are proposed that determine the design parameters optimizing the harvested energy for non-harmonic animal footstep motion. This accurately predicts micro-generator behavior and harvests energy far in excess of a reference design. I request you to confer the degree on Michael Struwig.
Dominique Andrea Terhune with dissertation, Road Network Supply Efficiency in Cape Town, South Africa, and its link to the incidence of road traffic crashes, an evaluation of equity. The supervisor, Professor Marion St. Clair, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, in South Africa, traffic crashes cause around 16,000 deaths every year, many of which involve members of the poorest communities in our country. Efforts to identify and predict high crash locations typically require sophisticated data, which is often unavailable. Instead, this study used commercially available floating car data to examine the relationship between crash frequency and road network supply efficiency, and in the process found strong overlaps between crash intensity and social deprivation levels of neighborhoods. The new method was shown to have potential for countries across Africa to identify existing and emerging crash hotspots. I request you to confer the degree on Dominique Terhune.
Van Zyl Venter with dissertation A Decision Support Framework for Cross-Functional Team Selection. The supervisor, Professor Jan van Vieren, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, the complexity of projects in industry nowadays routinely necessitates high-quality team formation decisions. The candidate designed a generic decision support framework for cross-functional team selection. Recommendations for temporal team member selection according to this framework draw from the realms of multi-criteria decision-making, performance time series forecasting, and combinatorial optimization. I request that you confer the degree on Van Zyl Venter.
Jolien Wiem with dissertation A Harvest and Processing Decision Support System for Table Grape Production. The supervisor, Professor Hubert van Eden, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, table grape harvesting and production decisions are complicated by specific requirements while harvest methods are ever-changing. A novel decision support system was developed to aid with the complex logistics planning and scheduling of the highly constrained harvesting of table grapes while accommodating the customer's pack-to-order needs. I request you to confer the degree on Jolien Wiem.
Hans Yuri Zitzman with dissertation An Integrated Framework for Multi-Objective Decision Support in the Retail Inventory Management. The supervisor, Professor Jan van Vieren, will read a short declaration.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, a variety of decisions affect trade-offs between conflicting objectives in inventory management. The candidate proposed a framework for decision support which integrates all the functions that typically underlie this decision process. The framework was verified on benchmark data and validated during real-world case studies in the South African retail sector. I request that you confer the degree on Hans Yuri Zitzman.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the following degrees in the Faculty of Engineering. Meneer die Vice-Kanselier, ek versoek u om die volgende grade in die fakulteit Ingenieurswese te verleen. Magister in Ingenieurswetenskappe in Biomediese Ingenieurswese. Master in Engineering Science in Biomedical Engineering. Olof Charles Wessels. Berg. Rita Liesel Dreyer. Leon Kotze. Anne Mary Margaret Turner, cum laude. Magister in die ingenieurswese, Master of Engineering. Nicolaas Cornelius Abel. Logan Charles Adams, cum laude. Massimiliano Alfeltra. Bright Amanful. Edward Petrus Anderson, cum laude. Anita Atti, cum laude. Christoffel Jacobus Barnard. Yolanda Becker. Gretchen Becker. Abraham Botus Metlof. Valerie Botus Metlof. Lisa Botha. Sophia Wilhelmine Bierman, cum laude. Andries Jacobus Johannes Burger, who will be hooded by his grandfather, Dr. Paul Kluwer. Berna Kutsie, cum laude. Ruanei Maria Kutser, cum laude. Bianca Kromhout, cum laude, who will be hooded by her mother, Miss Debbie Olivier. Jakim Cronje, cum laude. Julian Trevor Daniels, cum laude. Khalib Dawood. Andrew John de Kok, cum laude. Willem Frederik Delabat, Metlof. Ryk Marius de Wet. Michael Christopher Deisel, cum laude. Gerhardus Christian Doubel, cum laude. François Duplessis, cum laude, who will be hooded by his father-in-law, Dr. Johan Beukes. Mornay Christian Duplessis, met lof. Johannes Petrus de Tooy. Ross Cameron Egberink. William Vincent Ellerbeck. Kevin Michael Elof. Devlon Erasmus, cum laude. Sheldon Erasmus, cum laude. Vian Erasmus. Abdullah Ishmael, cum laude. Craig Taylor Fenton, cum laude. Armand Fourie. Jeffrey Todd Frost, cum laude. Alistair Govender, cum laude. Hendrik Cornel Grobbelaar. Lindy Grobler, cum laude. Jandrey Hanekom. Tricia Margaret Haraway, cum laude. Amber Harty, cum laude. Shane John Hutton. Christy Johannes Christoffel Herbst. Bernard Hesse, cum laude. Elke Hesterman. Marley Heineman. Maurits Hofman. Annika Hilde Hoebach. Roshana Impi, cum laude. Derek Stephen Jacobs, cum laude. Johannes Jacobus Jacobs met lof. Muhammad Amin Jardine, cum laude. Samuel John Jeffrey. Ruan Jordan. Sean Hubert. Refilue Kalake, cum laude. Sasha Daliena Kaspersky. Amy Keach. Swalele Sef Kigeti. Musafar Tagelsir Hamza Khalifa. Notandu Sibusiwe Kuluse. Anthony Mugambi Kiata. Reino Kleinans, cum laude. Piet Swart Kloppers, met lof. Samantha Mandipa Kobole. Justin Kuhn. Matthias Willem Johannes Kuhn met lof. Heino Loupscher met lof. Edward Ngidi Mongila Lazarus cum laude. Tian Andrei Loots. Cordelia Lawrence. Daniel Lawrence cum laude. Rian Ekstein Lawrence, cum laude. Christina Alet Lou, met lof. Justin Alban McCaskill, cum laude. Niane Patricia Makara, cum laude. Dumisani Nation Makubelo. Tina Vanessa Makombe. Nkone Malapane. Sabile Notandu Tembeka Manana. Tandu Matsayaya. Serkan Mert. Tanya Meyer. Sarti Tuyakula Mika. Chris Favor Onjunugua Momo. Carlos Armando Monteiro. Danielo Alberto Meton. Gerard Johan Mulder Medloff. Peter David Mwambanji, cum laude. Judah Mwana Gombe. Sarifa Ishauk Labueka, cum laude. Avir Nanulal, cum laude. Panduleni Ayie Ndengu. Chihiwa Shane Neka Vambe. Marco Nel. Andrei Cornelius Notnagel. Johannes Jacobus Oberholzer. Wandi Olivier. Jackson Ondiku. Jodri Oosthuizen. Mohammed Zahir Parker, cum laude. Clayton James Pfeiffer. Howard Piwang. Nadia Rabi Medloff. Edwin Richard Reed, cum laude. Michael James Reed. Nicole Richards. Simon Robinson, cum laude. Dominique Roux. Sabrina Mary Ann Rudolph, cum laude. Pieter Gerard Radwin. Brandon Schroeder, cum laude. Hendrik Jacobus Skutte, met lof. Felicia Catherine Schweitzer, cum laude. Christoffel Andreas Smit. Jacobus Hermanus Smit. François Jurgens Snijders, cum laude. Marike Spalmer, cum laude. Karel Dirk Stander. Gideon Adrian Stefan. Cullen Douglas Stewart Burger, cum laude. Mohini Thakur Pradasa, cum laude. Carl Magnus Longren Taljard. Kutsai Promise Tenderere. Caesar Cameron Thiri. Luke Totos. Nicholas Trafford. Iketseng Joseph Tese. Ayanda Titsa. Samuel Twasa. Arno van der Merwe. Stefanie van der Merwe, cum laude. Werner van der Merwe. Werner van der Merwe, met lof. Kara van Heerden, met lof. Nicolette van Heerden, met lof. Nicolaas Vlok van Jaarsveld. Jacques van Rooyen, met lof. Armand van Straten. Bianca Jordan van Sail, cum laude. Frederik Jacobus van Eden van Sail, met lof. Jacques van Zyl. Cain Ben Vas. Michael Barend Venter met lof. Edrich Verbrugg. Jacob Gabriel Wasserval. Nathan Edward Weiss, cum laude. Bia Wessels. Erich Andrei Vian, cum laude. Brandon Oscar Wisner, cum laude. Pieter Skalk Jacobs Zietsman met lof. Die nagraadse diploma in die ingenieurswese, postgrad diploma in engineering. Iyame Michael Chopo. Ndakekagu Diapu Inamutile Simeon. Tola Zwepu. Well done. Baccalaureus in die ingenieurswese, Bachelor of Engineering. Julia Anokina. Matthijs Herman Botha. Cindy Tosca Braaf. Lisa Briver. Leslie Tavatswa Chingwena. Tanya Ratswa Constance Chiza. Rudolf Johannes Jacobus Klaasen. Tristan Davis. Sarah Lee de Greef. Jan Hendrik Dreyer. Dylan de Pree. Andrew Elliott. James Robert Fraser. James Henry Galloway. Martinei Geldenhuis. Jacob Christian Stefanus Goosen. Hendrik Stefanus Groenewald. Jan Hendrik Hanekom. Nicole Jessie Hanekom. Mark Hein. François Younes. Rikus Hani. Dean Edwin Jacobs. Lou Erik Jacobs. Anis Ahmad Jaffer. Hendrik Christoffel Janse van Vuren. Bradley Peter Johannes. Connor Jesse Joseph. Chris Hubert. François Johannes Hubert. Yuvan Hubert. Sunin Kevin Kim. Wade Kuberg. Claudia Koszukowski. Johan Cruz. Nicholas Charles Kroene. Noluthando Lihile Kunene. Ruan Labuskaghni. Christy Langdon. Danielle Leroux. James David Lee. Alu Charles Lloyd. Daniel Wilhelmus Lombard. Mpoyi Luboya. Pumuduzo Wayne Mbala. Nelisa Samantungwa Sepumulele Mbasu. Ndofu Makavule. Abale Vuyu Mankwele. Maud Anne Mare. Derek Masingwe. Lutando Mfo Matebula. Michael Reinward Wilfried Matthijs. Cindy Lerato Matlaila. Brady Stephen Matthews. Leemar Meyer. Alexander Takutswa Motse. Tinutenda Daniel Musahindu. Tinu Motudindayi Tandare James Musondi Dia. Hanu Johannes Meiberg. Melissa Anastasia Okhuis. Landon J. Oliver. Kyle Franco Raats. Jake Rabbits. Kulisu Neumann Rambau. Teboho Matome Rapadu. Ahmad Saleh. John Marco Schnar Campbell. Frans Kamtalele Sikulu. Jairus Linikela Shipendu. Shiran Singh. Etienne Pierre Skyn. Jandrey Smit. Travis Andre Smith. Dewald Neil Snyman. Jamie Lee Stemmet, cum laude. Dennis de Villiers Stoffberg. Ahmed Rishad Tayok. Roland Tron. William Tron. Megan Emma Sherry Thompson. Graham John van de Venter. Michiel Christian van der Berg. Isaac Luca van der Merwe. Jurgen van der Merwe. Jean-Pierre van der Westhuizen. Courtney Griffin van Heerden. David Jacobus van die Kerk. Marguerite Wieland. Petronella Trinet Wolfhard. Masiwa Madahumu Zata. Meneer die vice-kanselier, ek versoek u om aan die kandidate wie se name ook aan die voorgelê is, maar wat nie hier teenwoordig is nie, die onderskeie grade in hulle afwesigheid te verleen. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I request you to confer the degrees on those candidates whose names have been presented to you but who could not attend in their absence.
Ek verleen die onderskeie grade aan die kandidate in hulle afwesigheid. I confer the respective degrees on the candidates in their absence. Wow, that was impressive. That was indrukwekkend. I must tell you, I feel somewhat overwhelmed and intimidated by being in the presence of so many engineers. Well done, well done. Kom aan, ons kan beter as dit doen. Come on, let's go. Baie geluk aan julle almal. Congratulations to you all. And in addition to now being graduates, you also are alumni. You're now Stellenbosch University alumni. Nobody can ever take that away from you. Stellenbosch University alumni. You're members of the convocation. Well done. You're joining more than 200,000 other alumni across the globe who are connected to Stellenbosch University in ways that are as diverse as you all are. And wherever I meet Stellenbosch University alumni, I can't fail to be so impressed with what they do and the contributions they make to the society. Waar ek hulle ook al raakloop, is ek so beïndruk deur die besondere bydrae wat hulle tot die samelewing lewer. And our alumni stay connected to Stellenbosch University by joining chapters all over the world. There are 19 chapters in South Africa, and there are 33 chapters internationally and counting, from Namibia to Hong Kong, San Francisco to Dubai, Dublin to Tokyo. There are Martis everywhere Stellenbosch University alumni everywhere. So please stay in touch with your colleagues, with your alumni, with your alma mater. We would love to hear from you, and we'd love you to stay in touch. So please visit our website, www.martysalumni.com. We're so interested to see and to hear what you're up to and the great things that you're going to be doing. So this was a wonderful, wonderful ceremony, a heartwarming ceremony of so 'n mooi dag, so 'n mooi oggend, and so much joy. I think there was so much joy, even though it's 6 minutes to 11. I am going to invite you over to the alumni marquee after this ceremony to celebrate your achievements with a glass of bubbly. What the heck, you know. Let's enjoy. And that's adjacent to the athletics kiosk on my left. But I do want to wish to congratulate parents, spouses, family, and friends with the achievement of your loved one. As I said, blood, sweat, and tears, lots of support. And I think it'll be very appropriate for our graduates to acknowledge their support of their loved ones with a hearty round of applause. All right, one big last roar of applause and appreciation. Come on, let's go again. Ons het nou die einde van die verrigtinge bereik. En ek verklaar hierdie kongregasie van die Universiteit Stellenbosch geslote. We've now reached the end of the proceedings and I hereby declare this congregation of Stellenbosch University closed. Please rise and remain standing while the academic procession leaves the stage.
Pittsburgh way. And everybody starts to move as soon as Pata Pata starts to play.
مخلي. with stars